Oh, Lord have mercy, Jesus. Well, it was good for us.
It was good for us.
It was so good for
How about
us.
now?
I'm so sad y'all missed it. It's been beautiful
Dun,
the whole
dun,
time.
dun.
The whole time it just seems to rain.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm still waiting to see. Oh, she can hear it now. So probably.
Yeah. Well,
Good stuff.
it was good, y'all.
It was great.
Y'all missed a good one.
Woo! Well, till next week.
Yeah. It's all good. It's all
Almost.
good. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Wow. Anyways, that was just us then.
Right. I was going to say, isn't that great?
Us. That was. Because, I mean, it was good. So, but this goes back to what I was just saying, like, God gave us this. This was like the little thing to distract us.
Yes.
Like, he was like, all right, I got to do some heavy duty work on them, and they're
Yeah.
not going to sit still. So
Yeah.
let me give them this
Yeah.
project for them to work
Yeah.
out. You know, it's like when you take the kids to the barbershop and you need them to get their hair done, so you give them the iPhone so they sit there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Distract them so you can get them ready for picture day or whatever it is. So, guys, we were talking about almost and how many times you have almost whatever it is, right? And looking back after the fact and being able to see, you know, that whatever it was that stopped, blocked, prevented you from going to the next level, taking whatever that next step was, being able to see how it was really favor.
Yeah.
Right? Protection.
Yeah.
Grace. Something keeping you. We were talking about some of our almosts.
Yeah.
And I've had a couple of really big almosts.
Yeah.
In the last 30 days. Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
But God.
Which makes it all good.
All good.
Well, it's all good.
You know, and the beauty is I'm not angry. I'm at peace. You know, like I have navigated the things that I need to navigate.
Yeah.
But you like this thing that God is doing inside of me
Good stuff.
has gotten rid of all the big brass kettle drums that I used to bang every time I was upset and cause chaos and ruckus in everybody else's life because I'm feeling some kind of way.
Yeah.
I'm so grateful for the almost because they're really gifts.
Absolutely.
They're really gifts to help me see. Last time, I went all the way.
All the way.
This time, I almost did it.
Yeah.
Somebody knocked on the door. You know what I mean? Whatever it was.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
The light wouldn't change.
Yeah.
Whatever it was. I had a commitment and had to show up and I couldn't go. You know.
Go after food.
Yeah, go after.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whatever it is, right? Like, God shows up every time for me in a very physical way. They say God uses people, places, and things to communicate to his people. Right? They also say, though, God favors babies and fools. And I know I'm grown, so I must be a zip doggone fool. Because he has protected me. I mean, it's like I walk around in a little bubble. The way God has, like, nope.
Super fool.
What is wrong with you, fool? Like, I said, that red flag, this flag was on fire.
Hey.
That one was on fire and
Hey.
sending sparks, and you still.
Flag on the play.
Yeah.
Flag on the play. 10-yard penalty. Flag on the play. 15-yard penalty.
Get out of the game. Go sit on the bench for 45 minutes. I need you to just think about what you were almost about to do.
Ejected.
Yes.
Now do you see? Jesus.
Thank
all
you.
of us.
God. Yes,
All
it is. It really is.
You can't even flex like, I wouldn't have saw that flag if he just threw it at me.
Not at all. Not at all. Not at all, man. And you know, the beauty is God makes the flag that only you can see.
You know, that's because we need it. I dare say, well, there's folks in our life that can see the flags. But it don't matter until he make that one that's shiny, glittery, sparkly enough for me to be able to be like, oh, what was that?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a flag? I should stop there. Is
that a celebration flag?
Are
you celebrating it?
Is that the checker flag? Should I go? Go fast.
Right.
Caution.
Graduation. No. You know,
yes.
I'm so, you know what? I'm so sorry y'all missed it. That was really good stuff. I can't even go back and pull nothing back.
No. Yeah. And that's all good because it was for us. It wasn't for y'all. So sorry. Thanks for coming. Appreciate you. Check out those last 2 Wednesdays. We got 2 Wednesdays in a row. We back rolling.
Yes.
2 of them things. So really, you got something to listen to, but we didn't.
Yeah. I don't feel shortchanged.
I don't either.
Yeah.
I feel full.
Feeling real good.
I'm talking about the rest of you.
Yeah.
Jump on over to that YouTube.
Liz, I was just going to say, listen, if you're feeling like you needed a snack and you didn't get what you were looking for, listen, check out our YouTube, check out our Facebook, holler at us on the website. Listen, subscribe, like, comment, share. Pin your calendar. We're always here Friday at 7.
Always here Friday at 7. One of us is here, if not both of us. One of us is here.
Somebody shows up Friday at 7, and we just have good conversation. That's what this is all about. Good conversation about what it looks like to walk like a Christian today, man. It's crazy out there, yo. And people will have you convinced that Christianity is all of these things that it is not.
All of this pomp and circumstance.
Yes.
Nah. It's sweatsuits.
I'm telling you.
In somebody's room.
Yeah.
Just having a quick, honest conversation about what relationship looks like. It's following the book. It's prayer. It's meditation. It's honesty. It's reflection. It's accountability. It's all of those things that many people are afraid of. I know I've been afraid of accountability because that means I have to recognize the parts of me that don't look good. And I mean, I'm beautiful and everything, but there are some parts of me that just don't look good. That God is changing, He's growing, He's pulling, He's stretching, He's doing new things in. And that's a part of the reason why we do this the way we do this, is so that you all can see in real time what that change, stretch, and growth looks like. Because one day we may feel one way and God may say, well,
like that.
And then we got to come back and say, look, I know I said what I said, but God told me this, and so this is where I now stand. And that's the beauty of God, is His redeeming power, His restoring power. All of those things that He can do for each and every one of us are yes. We're allowed to change. We're allowed to grow. We're allowed to evolve, and you don't have to allow anyone to hold you into a space of who you used to be and what you used to do, because God can grow any and all of us up into who He wants us to be.
And He's going to do it in His time.
Yes.
Listen, I'm not ever going to look like what you want me to look like, the way you want me to look, when you want me to look it. Listen, as long as I serve God this way, God is going to move me along the courses He sees fit.
Yes.
God is going to do what God needs to do in my life so that I can represent God in the best light possible for this season of my life. The rooms that I walk into and the doors that I enter, I promise you, if I walked in with a suit and a priest collar on, I would not be well received.
Yeah.
God needs me to be hoodied out with, the legged, He needs me to blend in so that just my experience can gain their confidence, and then God's light can shine through that walk. Yeah. Right? Like, that's how it happens, right? Like, there are some people that have arrived. I'm not one of them. Yeah. But there are some people that have arrived, and
they ain't one of them either, because none of us arrive until we get to heaven.
Listen.
We just had all at different levels and different spaces and different experiences. I'm sorry, I had to get that out.
Listen.
We all got something we're working on, dealing with, changing, growing. God is doing something about every last one of us. I don't care if you RED, PhD, 1, 2, 3, pastor, bishop, whatever. We all got something that God is dealing with, because if we
Something.
didn't, then we would be perfect, and that's a lie.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. Girl, you feel better? Whew. Yes.
You can't.
But when God has a plan for your life,
Yeah.
nobody else gets to dictate how you're supposed to look according to God's plan.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee you, if God ain't showed me the blueprint to my life, He didn't come to be like, hey, Lindsay, let me show you what I'm going to do with Stephanie's life. Check this out. Look, and I put the bathroom over there, and she don't even know.
Hey, I'm going to tell you this right now. I disagree.
You think so?
Absolutely.
Oh, man. Oh, no.
Now, I'm going to tell you why.
Help me.
Because I got here because somebody told me what God told me about what he was doing.
Okay.
That's how I got to this space. And willing. And if I keep it a whole buck, it wasn't because I was just ready to say, well, God, I hear you.
Yes.
It was because I heard what you told Blue, what you told Janet Pendleton, what you told Carolyn Brown, what you told Clyde Oden Jr., what you told these people about me. Then I began to become intrigued about what you had to say, and now you and I have had this conversation, and now I'm here in this space. Yes. So now I'm not saying that what they said is 100% what it's going to be, and that God trusted them with that information, and now I got to follow what they say. No. But what I am saying is that they saw something. They saw some blueprints. Yeah.
Okay.
They saw some blueprints.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you that. But I guess more along the lines of what I'm saying is, because God has said, leader, minister, spiritual, like whatever, right? Yeah. Because I do believe there are people out there that has an ear to hear God and has an assignment to, right, share what God has given them to share. However, just because your assignment in my life may be to reveal information to me, right, does not mean that you understand how I'm supposed to arrive at this point. Because you can tell me today that God came to you and God said, boom, blah, blah, boop, blah, blah, whatever it is. That does not mean that because you gave me this information today, I'm supposed to and start walking in it. Right. Like I'm probably going to have some more experiences, and you might be sitting around like, I just told that fool she's supposed to A, B, and C. Yeah. Why is she zip zam dinging down Crenshaw like that? What's wrong with her?
And this is where so many bumps in relationships come.
Yes,
because it goes from God told me to tell you, so I tell you, but you still go that way instead of going this way. When I clearly told you, God told me to tell you, go this way is where everything is, but you want to go that way because you don't want to listen to me. Because now it goes from you being human and it being personal.
Yes.
No?
Right.
It's not.
It's not at all.
Because I understand that he told you, you told me, but this is not how this works.
Right.
This is not how this works.
Right.
This is how this works.
Yes. And it can only work like this.
And I'm going to do this. And because I do this and I don't have to go here, that doesn't mean that there's no honor or trust or loyalty or whatever the case may be, because I don't have to listen to God through you. Right. Like, and I think that's where a lot of bumps in the road come in, is because people are offended by things that are not necessarily for them to be offended by.
Yes, they take too much ownership.
And I've done that. Yeah. Right? I've been offended by things that weren't necessarily for me to be offended by, and it's human.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying that to be, jabby or whatever. Like, I've done it. Like, did you not hear what I just told you, and you still went and did that?
We do it with our kids all the time, right?
Yeah.
We teach them right and wrong according to what we see right and wrong.
Yeah.
Right. And then they go do wrong and right, and we yell at them for 18 years, right? And then for another 27 years, they continue to do wrong and right and right and wrong according to what they see, right? But at some point, right is right.
Right is
and
always
wrong
right.
is wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I understand that right is always right and wrong is always wrong, but there's a lot of I don't know about nobody else in my life. The delusions and illusions of grandeur that I have lived in, I have been able to over-explain wrong into right for many of people. I have been able to convince many of people that wrong was right.
Yeah.
And let me tell you how. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let me explain to you why if we do this and then we do it like that, let me see. Because, they got all of this money anyway, and they don't, you know what I mean? Like, I have been in my mind. That does not make it right.
Yeah.
But because of where I was in my journey, it was justifiable in my head.
Yeah. Now, yes, Sister Secretary, we must hold ourselves accountable. And that's part of the conversation that could have very well been needed. I don't recall.
Yes.
But that's absolutely it. Like, and I think that's the bigger lesson to teach and to learn than right versus wrong.
I must hold myself accountable. But only I get to, right?
It don't. So you go out in the world, you commit a crime, you go to jail.
Yeah.
That's you being held accountable by the law.
Yeah.
You get released from jail. You go out in the world, you commit another crime.
Yeah.
You go to jail. Because you're being held accountable by the law. It's not until you begin to have some accountability to yourself for your actions that you go to jail, you serve your time, you get out, and you do something different than what landed you in jail the first 2 times. Because you are holding yourself accountable. You are changing. You are growing. You are doing things differently because of the fact that you held a mirror to yourself and said, "Oh, that don't look good."
Okay, so but that's a perfect, because I was trying to figure out how to explain my right is wrong and wrong is right piece in my head without giving too much information about who I used to be back in the day, but that's perfect, right? I go out into the world and let's say I got 4 kids at home, right? My kids are hungry. I ain't got no job. He gone. Stamps is gone. I'm short. 4 kids at home. They hungry. I go to the Huckabuck, grab a couple packs of bologna, put them in my pocket, go home. I feed my kids.
Yeah.
I think, it's time, but I did the right thing. I'm taking care of my, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like and so that is what I meant by that, right? Like I may think that I did the right thing, right? However, there has come a season in my life where I got 4 kids at home. I got no job. He gone. Stamps is gone.
Yeah.
Kids is hungry.
Yeah.
I go out to the Huckabuck and I say, "Excuse me, can I talk to your manager?"
Yeah.
I know this is stupid, but I got 4 kids at home. I just need to take them something.
Yeah.
You got some donations or something in the back?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's what she's talking about, right?
Yeah.
Like sometimes what I do is wrong because like it's just wrong, right? The law says it's wrong, morality says it's wrong, human nature says it's just wrong, right? But I do it for what I think is the right reason. Because I don't always have enough awareness to realize that there's an ulterior option. Now, somebody else would probably think, well, why didn't she just ask him for a job? Or why didn't she just call family?
I sure thought that.
Like there's 100 different scenarios that could have played out in that situation, right? But where I am is the one that plays for me. You know what I mean? And so at some point I get to take accountability and I get to say, I'm not gonna go in there and steal money. I'm just gonna ask you.
I'm still some ribeye. I'm just kidding. Ignore me. It's the coffee.
I'm gonna have a conversation because certainly. Now, if he had said no, get out of my store, right? What would my actions have been?
So this let's toss this seasoning in the
throw some salt, pepper, and slap your mama in there.
Here's the thing, right? You said there's an alternate resolution to your problem.
Yes.
I think that we have to remember that it is okay to go to God for everything. That is one thing counsel will say. Well, God, what color should I get my nail polished today?
Yes.
What color would be pleasing for you?
Yes.
Like it is okay to go to God for everything. And so if you found yourself in a situation where you got the 4 children at home and they hungry and you ain't got no job, stamps is gone, he gone, it's all gone, and you just want to know. It's okay to say, God, this is where I'm at. Direct my path. What do I do? Where do I go? Who do I speak to? What? Like, tell me, like, give me the direction. And that's what we have to do more in this life. We can't even think about my thought here, thought A at this level versus thought B at this level versus thought C at this level. Let's just think, okay, God, tell me what to do.
And that is fantastic for those of us that are consciously aware of our relationship with God.
Yeah.
But I'm going to stand in and say that it was God that planted the thought in her mind to go ask the manager.
Absolutely.
Because she was a doggone fool. She would have never asked. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But so then this is the other part of that conversation, right? It may be another 6 months to a year before she even is like has a real introduction with God.
Yeah.
And is able to look back at that almost.
Absolutely.
I almost went to prison behind 2 packs of bologna.
And this is, if you're listening to this conversation, then there is something in you that knows one thing about God. One thing.
One thing.
One suspicion, one thought, one idea.
You're questioning something.
And so here we are. Which is why I said that, right?
Yes.
It is okay to say, God, what color sweatsuit should I buy? Should I buy the pink one? No. Lord told me I don't like pink. Or should I buy the gray one? You know what I'm saying? Like, these are, it's okay. And I think a lot of us feel like when we're new, like intro believers, like, this is too simple for me to take to God. Like, why would I ask him about a sweatsuit color? Like, he busy, dealing with this, the thou arts and this
right,
and
mass shootings, like craziness.
But God is so big that he can be dealing with mass shooting, crazy, all of that.
Yeah.
And my sweatsuit debacle.
And my sweatsuit debacle. But so then I have a question for you, right? Because we're talking to everyone and we're assuming that somebody out there is wondering how, what? Like, what?
Yeah.
How do I know what God said?
How do you know what God said?
I asked God what color sweatshirt should I buy. I'm standing in Macy's. I'm looking at 3 sweatsuits. I asked God, I don't know what color sweatsuit is the right color sweatsuit to wear to this time. What color sweatsuit should I get? How do I know what God said?
Depends on how you hear him.
But if I'm new to this thing, I don't necessarily know how I hear him. Because I'm just winging it. Lindsay said I should ask God for everything.
I mean,
don't ask God,
I'll tell you this. This is how I know when God is speaking to me. When I'm no longer confused.
Yes. Okay.
I'm no longer confused.
Yeah.
When I no longer have 1,800 reasons as to why this can't be.
Okay. This is how I know when God is speaking to me. It's the thing that is the loudest. God is always
the thing that's the quietest.
God is always the thing that is the loudest for me. Like, for me, there's always so much chatter happening. There's constant communication happening in my mind. It's like 27 other people up there, right? It's constant communication. Oftentimes, let's just use the sweatsuit scenario. I walk up and I'm like, it's always that thing that's like, blue. Like, the blue one. Okay. You know what I mean? Like, for me, it's always the thing that is that thing that's like that. That's the thing.
That is so interesting because you and I have that same constant chatter thing going on, right? And I got to tell everybody to shut up. All committee members, all board members, everybody take your seat and be quiet because I'm trying to hear this whisper and I can't hear what it is. Everybody be quiet. Shut up! And then I'm like, oh, like it's not allowed. It's like, girl, check this out. Like, God don't talk to me like I'm talking to y'all right now because clearly I'm yelling for whatever reason. But it's the coffee. I'm hopped up. But he don't be like, girl. He'd be like, hey, check this out, homie, girl. You heard what I said. And I'd be like, huh? You heard me. Like, that's just how it works for me.
I feel that. I don't necessarily know that God, like, so when I talk to you, like, I'm real loose with my conversation when I'm talking to God because, I'm real loose with my conversation. And by that, I just mean, like, there are times, I always feel like I need to make this statement just so people out there don't feel like, oh, that's how you pray. No. Like, there are times where prayer needs to be formal, and respectful, and according to what God's word says it should be.
Yeah.
Yes. However, I don't only build my relationship through prayer. I build my relationship through constant contact and communication with God, right? So just throughout the day, right, I'll be walking through the place I was talking to the secretary earlier today. I'm walking to the supermarket. I don't know who she was talking to, but I was talking to me, and she was like, "Are you talking to me or talking to God?" Like,
what committee members are there?
Right, but so like when I'm engaging in conversation with God, like it's just conversation, like it's a kind of a back and forth dialogue, and that is different for me than something like what you're talking about, that prayer that I utter.
Yeah.
When I go to God in prayer and I'm seeking, I don't know what it is, but like that I get like in my spirit. It's not even necessarily a whisper. It's just something that comes up in my spirit, and that is the thing, right?
Yeah.
But like when I'm just in I don't want to say trivial, right? Because for God, nothing is trivial, but it's all trivial, right? Like God is so big, it's all trivial.
Yeah.
Like cancer, girl, that's
right.
Hold on, let me just. It's gone now. Gone. Move, girl.
Right.
Like
another things to do.
Yes. So, like for God, it's all trivial, but for me, none of it is trivial because it's all a big deal.
Yeah.
And for me, because that's who I am. Like it's 3 sweatsuits. I don't know how am I supposed to be, right?
So, yes, let's just land because we about to go on a whole other tangent. I gotta get up. Oh my God.
Yes. All of that.
One thing I gotta say.
Okay, come on with it.
So thing therapy, the things where we've been at church here lately, right? The things. One thing that Bishop said was, which we've heard before. This is not some kind of profound statement given by, but begin to tell the things just how big your God is.
Yes. Yeah.
Like you said, everything is like big to us because we are who we are, but it's not really big to God because God is who God is. And so if we can remember.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot. God's bigger than that.
God's bigger than that.
Oh yeah, cancer. God's bigger than that.
God's bigger than that.
Oh yeah, financial burdens, breakdowns, disconnects. God's bigger than that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, family problems. God's bigger than that. Yeah. Oh yeah, sweatsuit problems. God's bigger than that. You gotta remember those things, and I think that has been the saving grace for me in this season is having to recall that God is bigger than it all simultaneously.
Yes.
Like my life is wow. Your life, wow. And he can handle both of us. And we ain't the onlyest ones with wild lives that he's taking care of. So he's bigger than that.
Yeah.
Like if we really just think of it and look at it through that lens, it will begin to change and do some things that only God can have changed and done. That is my closing statement for tonight.
That's a great closing statement for tonight. I just was thinking about, as I look back on all of my almost, all of the things that could have, that I thought would have, that I thought should have, that I thought needed to have,
could have been,
right? The way God moved, always so smoothly. Always so smoothly.
Yeah.
Never really disrupting anything.
Yeah.
Just adjusting my course. Just saying, know what I mean? Like, always so smooth.
Yeah.
And when I look at those experiences, my vision changes from wide lens focus, where I'm looking at everything, to zoomed in.
Yeah.
God said, look at that.
Yeah.
If you worry about this,
If you
I
worry
got
about
everything
this,
else, right? And I love God for that.
Yeah.
Sometimes, I just need God to remind me, like,
zero in. Stay focused on me.
Worry about this.
Focus on me.
If you look at this,
Yeah.
I got everything else.
Yeah. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. And it keeps my life simple, and it keeps me at peace.
Yeah.
And I'm able to walk into situations that used to baffle and confuse me with God's peace.
Yeah.
And people that know me to be baffled and confused by everything, be baffled and confused as to why I'm not baffled and confused.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I just walk into the situation, I'll be like,
yeah.
And I'm like,
is it up? But is it okay?
Because
I'm tripping. I'm pre-tripping based off your normal tripping.
So Sister Secretary was here, right, y'all? I just want to share this because I know she out there somewhere. Sister Secretary was here, right, and I got a thing about certain things, like in my house. It's just I'm real weird, right? And so she calls me, right? She's like, hey, where you at? Why? Are you on the way home? What's going on? How was your day? What is wrong with you?
The pre-trip.
Yes, like she was pre-tripping based on the fact that I'm known to flip out. Like, it's certain things.
Yeah.
I can't handle it. I need to slang bleach and holy water out, right? Yeah. And so, right, she explains the situation. I'm like, oh, take that out. And I walk in the house, and like, she is still in a position of like,
right.
Her anxiety was worked up, expecting me to flip, but it was just like,
ain't it crazy how people will expect you to be and do what you used to do when God has already changed you from that? Jesus, we could go another hour on that alone.
Man,
check this out, y'all. It's been a real Friday.
It's been really
interesting. I mean, first 30 minutes, just for me and Steph.
Yes.
Last 30 minutes, hopefully that helps somebody out there.
All for y'all.
It definitely helped me, so hopefully it helps somebody else. Till Wednesday.
I'm up.
And then till Friday again. That's right.
Listen.
Same place, same time.
Same place, same time.
Let's pray.
Let's pray.
Father God, we thank you for your goodness, your grace, your mercy, your love, your favor, for the move of your hand, God, for the way that you have shown up and shown out in our life over and over again, God, we say thank you. Thank you for keeping, for covering, God, for healing, for renewing, for restoring, for changing, God, for every almost situation that you have kept us from, God. Thank you. Thank you for growing us up in every decision that we have made. You have grown us, God, and so we say thank you. We trust you this day. We pray that you continue to move, change, heal, grow, stretch each and every one of us, God. Continue to just show up and show out and make your will clear for our lives. We ask that you bless every home represented here on this evening, God, and give us every tool that we need to be who you're calling us to be. Praying this prayer in the name of your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen. And until Wednesday.